Mario once again with MIA Microflight, October 8th, Wednesday, 2025. This is a continuation of the short videos that I'm doing on these historic sub-micro helicopters that were based on the MIA, on the original MIA housefly that I sold as a kit back in the early 2000s. What you're viewing here is actually let me start with this one right here, because this is basically the original housefly frame. The way I was selling the housefly was in this particular configuration. So you can see very similar to the video I just did with this one right here, showing the rotor, how the rotor operates and how it's lifting at a very low voltage. This particular one, back in the day when I did the housefly number one, we didn't have brushless motors. There were some, but they were not at the level that we have today. So a lot of that stuff was being pioneered at the time. A lot of the brushless motors for radio control applications, for miniature helicopters and stuff like that. So we didn't have that quite yet. The other thing we didn't have is lithium polymer cells. And so, we were stuck with nickel metal hydrides as best case, and some of these DC motors, such as the N50s. That's an N50 motor right there on the tail rotor. We had N50s, and we have N75s, and N100s, and N180. That's a 180 motor. And then 280, which I use on the original MIA Robin 280 helicopter. So this is the frame that I employed on the housefly with these mechanics here. You can see the mechanics, all injection molded. I had to do the molds myself, except for the swash plate. The swash plate was very difficult to mold at the time when I did this, and I was pressed for time because I had already shown the housefly in some of the radio control forums, and people were like, yeah, I want to buy one of those, I want to buy one of those. And so I was getting pressure from people that wanted these things, and I had to make this happen. So the housefly was one of those first helicopters that I made happen as a kit into the market, for sale as a builder's kit. And so these are some of the components that I employ on the housefly. You can see that all that the rotor head, the swash plates were fiberglass with all these links that were also tiny little links that I had to mold. All this that I had to create from scratch. The gears I had to create from scratch because there were no lightweight gears for these particular applications. And so this is the frame that I sold with that. That's the original frame. You can see it's a boom. This boom is actually a cardboard boom. It's I think these are straws, like heavy duty straws. And then from there I went to these other ones that you see right here as for frame. It's some later versions, but basically.